Hello, and thank you for joining me on another episode of the Tech Exec podcast, where we create world-class engineering teams. As always, I'm your host, Aviv Ben-Yosef, advisor to tech executives worldwide, and in this episode, I want to talk about averaging out our teams, and specifically, why are we doing that? In my new book, The Tech Executive Operating System, right off the bat, and I mean the first headline and the first chapter, I talk about why does your company even need you for? Why are you getting up in the morning and coming to the office or logging on to Zoom? What value are you bringing to the table? What is changing in the company because you are there? What is the difference that you make? And I love our industry. I love my clients. I enjoy my work more than most humans do because I've created a role for myself. And still, I have to say that I keep seeing this, and that it is a pet peeve for me. Noticing all the people who have settled for living their lives or wasting their lives leading average teams. We just let them be average and we're okay with that. I have no idea why, but it seems like we are in a process of continuously lowering our own expectations. And therefore, the bar for the entire team gets lowered, and we're fine with that. It's like the story about the frog that's slowly getting boiled, and if you do it slowly enough, it doesn't notice it. Well, we're like being frozen slowly and slowly until teams grind to a halt. We keep hiring more and more people. We increase the budgets, and yet productivity is going down and down and down. And, I'm looking at it from the side as a spectator, and I can't help but wonder what is going on. How have we succumbed to this kind of condition? And I've talked in a bunch of forums lately, on podcasts, in interviews, on webinars, in conferences, about the fact that as an industry, we seem to be allowing ourselves to become average. And I'm like, did you start a company in order to lead an average team? When you decided to take on the responsibility of being a tech executive, did you imagine that what you're gonna end up doing is just lead an average team and be okay with that? Because I believe, life is too short to lead an average team. Life is too short to waste it going into meetings that don't matter, talking to people that are not performing as well as they should be without actively making them better. Life is too short to be average. We have to take charge. We have to forcefully push the bar higher and higher because no one is going to do that for you. You have the responsibility and you have the agency. Where you set your focus on, where you set your mind on, is where you're going to see the improvements start to accrue. And without your focus, without your energy being directed at pushing your organization into a better situation, not just merely trying to do the obvious, not hanging on for dear life only to reach, what I call a meeting expectation mindset where we hope. We hope. That's the state we're in. We just hope to deliver everything that's on the roadmap. That's the stretch goal, delivering what we were told to do. We're paying a small fortune, or in some cases, a massive fortune, to a bunch of talented engineers, and we just let them do whatever Jira says they should be doing. There's no innovation, there's no novelty, there's no creativity, and we merely try to do what we were told. It's like all of this pomp and circumstance with no actual substance. And I think it is our responsibility to draw the line and say this stops here. We're not about vanity metrics like headcount. We're not about merely following orders. I call this the taking orders VP. the VP of engineering that's just sitting with their notebook, taking an order. Yeah, what would you like? Yeah, these features, that, all right, and would you like fries with that? That's the kind of mindset that I'm seeing. And we need to take that and break it down and start moving towards an organization that's not average. And that starts with demanding a higher quality bar, with setting the right expectations, with coaching each and every one of the managers and leaders in your organization to have this mindset. Not all of them might fit this kind of an organization. You might have to let some people go. You might need to promote others or hire others externally. But this is a small price to pay if what you end up achieving is the formation of a team that's not average, that's actually remarkable, different, and getting value out there. That's what we should be aiming for, and that's what you can do. If you're not sure how to do that, you have 90 plus episodes of this podcast which contain a bunch of information about achieving that. You have all the articles, hundreds of articles on my website. You have my book, The Tech Executive Operating System, which actually hands you an operating system to achieve that. And of course, you can always reach out to me. My email's in the show notes. Stop being average. Life is too short. That's it for this week. Thank you for joining me. If you have any questions or comments, my email's in the show notes. And if you haven't, subscribe to my newsletter. It's the best newsletter online for tech executives. The link is in the show notes as well. Thank you and talk soon.